Your cadet info, stuff that you need. Keep hitting them army cadets.
Dakota FZ 692 Kwicherbichen Douglas C-47 Dakota Mk III FZ 692 was built by Douglas in the United States in 1943 and was delivered to the RAF in February 1944. The aircraft served with 233 Squadron at RAF Blakehill Farm until September 1944, when it was transferred to 437 Squadron RCAF. FZ 692 was painted olive drab green all over and shortly before D-Day had the black and white invasion stripe added for identification purposes. The stripes on the rear fuselage covered their 5T UK squadron code letters, so the aircraft's individual letters UK were transcribed onto the nose. This is not, therefore, an indication of the aircraft or unit's nationality. FZ 692 was named Kwicherbichen, and this was painted on the port side of the nose under the cockpit. Just behind the port cockpit window was a block of symbols detailing the ops it had flown. FZ 692 survived the war and is still flying with Environment Canada wearing the civilian registration C-GRSB. The Douglas C-47 Dakota is without doubt one of the most successful aircraft designs in history. It became one of the world's most famous military transport aircraft and saw widespread use by their allies during World War II and subsequently by air forces and civilian operators worldwide. Their C-47 is a military version of the DC-3 airliner, which first flew in 1935 and was used extensively thereafter by America's airlines. Recognizing the DC-3's great potential as a military transport, the United States Army Air Command specified a number of changes needed to make the aircraft suitable for military use, including more powerful engines, the replacement of airline seating with utility seats along the walls, a stronger load-bearing floor, and the addition of large loading doors. Deliveries of the military version of the DC-3, which was designated C-47 Skytrain in the United States, commenced in October 1941. When production finally ended, a remarkable 10,692 DC-3 C-47 aircraft had been built. Under the Lend-Lease program, large-scale deliveries of C-47s were made to the UK, with nearly 2,000 Dakotas, as the aircraft became known, in RAF service being delivered. The first entering service with the RAF in India in 1942. The delivery of large numbers of Dakota IIIs revitalized the RAF's transport capacity, which until then had been based around a number of obsolete bombers and general-purpose aircraft, which were poorly adapted for the role. The Dakota III eventually equipped 22 RAF squadrons and 3 RCAF squadrons under RAF operational control. Dakotas served in every theater of the war, most notably in Burma and also during the D-Day landings and the airborne assault on Annam in 1944, Dakota flying at sunset as a tactical transport aircraft. The Dakota was used to carry troops and freight, for the airdropping of supplies and paratroops, for towing gliders and for casualty evacuation. The Dakota's amazing ruggedness became legendary, and under the demands of war its capabilities were increased to permit it to carry a payload more than double the original specification, or 28 fully equipped soldiers or paratroops. In practice, the aircraft's specified limits were often exceeded. For example, on the 8th of May 1942, a single RAF Dakota of No. 31 Squadron evacuated an astonishing 65 passengers, refugees, walking wounded, and the crews of 2 other Dakotas which had been destroyed on the ground by Japanese air attacks, in one flight from Myitkyina airfield in Burma, just before it was captured by the advancing Japanese army. The C-47 was actually overbuilt, making it almost indestructible, as one Dakota pilot put it. You can wreck a DAC, but you can't wear it out. Its work was, perhaps, often unglamorous and unsung, but the C-47 Dakota and its crews played a crucial part in the final Allied victory of World War II.
Well, thanks for watching. That is your info on the Dakota. Thanks for watching. I'm a cadet. And that's your info. Thanks for watching and subscribe.